Alright, check it out. I've got some branches and this scratch card here. The goal here is to see if I can use some of these branches as good styluses or something. Let's see. This is just a little branch I got from pruning my rhododendron bushes outside, and it's very dead and brittle, I think. So let's see how it works without any alteration. I think I should just be able to drag this across here. Yeah, look at that. And it'll scrape the white stuff off. Made a little double line there because of the uneven tip of the branch, but it's kind of a happy unintended consequence. Using something fresh from nature. Well, maybe it's a little less fresh from nature considering I brought it into my house after cutting it off of a bush that someone planted outside my house. But it's a little bit more fresh from nature than if I'd used whatever they intended me to use with this. That's pretty cool. I was drawing double lines. I like that. Can I do that again? Nope. I can only do it by accident, apparently. Okay. Oh, I thought the biggest mess was going to be bringing these branches inside, but these actual scratch cards, they created a huge mess with all these little shavings. Didn't expect that. All right, now I want to try to make a sharper point. Let's see here. I take this branch from another bush, make it a little shorter. Let's whittle it down a little bit. Make our own little scratching pen. I could go for like a chisel tip. That could be an interesting thing to try. See, the problem with this branch that I'm noticing is that it has like kind of a fragile, like foamy core. So I might want to go past that. Use the harder exterior wood. Let's try that. That might work good. Oh yeah, much finer line now. Oh, it broke already. I went too fine. Need to have a little bit of a dull tip, I think, so it doesn't immediately bend and break. This is still green wood broken off of a bush. Oh yeah, that's much more sturdy and satisfying, and also a lot more predictable than the first one. Because the first one was kind of spongy, and I couldn't tell when I was going to get a thin line or a broad line or a double line. This one feels sturdy, predictable, nice. Just kind of going for nice swoopy lines for this drawing. It's like I guess they just take a nice colorful piece of plastic for making these and then coat them in some kind of paint, which is what I'm scraping away here. I guess you could make these yourself if you wanted to, couldn't you? In fact, last time I did one of these, I think people were telling me how to make them myself, like which kind of paint you can use and stuff. So if you're interested in that and don't want to buy them yourself, you can probably just look it up online. I bought these in some kind of little kit that came with a little wooden stylus for scraping, but that was years ago, and I lost the little wooden stylus almost immediately. So that's why I'm trying to make my own out of branches from the yard. And it's working pretty good. The feeling of scraping away this paint, scraping away the white stuff is, gotta tell you, is very satisfying. I would recommend it to anybody. Do a big loop here, then bring it in tight again. And then let's do it again. A big loop, then bring it in tight. And maybe we'll do it one more time. Bring it in tight. Nice little curls of paint right there. Do a bunch of little lines right here. What are we going to do with this space right here between this thing and these things? I think maybe we can kind of soften up this little angle by just scraping away that whole area. And then maybe we just kind of do an outline between these spaces like this and scrape all that away. It's pretty cool to scrape away whole sections in this because of all the cool colors underneath. Like this over here is such a nice bright blue turning into a green. It's like a rainbow gradient. Maybe I'll go in here too. Do all that. And in here, and in here, and in here. Yeah. Let's try a different branch, because we did a very dead and brittle rhododendron bush, and then we have this kind of green wood, and I have this branch also from some other bush. I could try drawing a bit just with this little broken bit, see what would happen if I just press this weird little area against the paper really hard. I wonder if something interesting would happen there. I'm ripping these little branches off just because they're poking me in the face while I'm trying to draw. Let's just see what would happen. Maybe it would make some cool textures. Just kind of a double line. Some of it's just smudges. This. Let me try make another broken section, see how it looks. Down here. Kind of more of a like painterly strokes with these rough ends, don't you? That's what I'm getting. Maybe I'll bring back this, maybe use the end of this little thing. Kind of want to get some cool lines in here, maybe, like, yeah. Creating curved lines in a space like this kind of creates the simulation of it's like a curved shape, 3D ideas. Maybe we can tie this line in to this thing a little bit. This to this, maybe. I don't really know. Don't overthink it. Just do it. There's something that feels right about just holding a stick. Maybe it's some prehistoric thing built into me. So many of my ancestors, tens of thousands or millions of years ago, so many of them holding sticks, that I like holding sticks, doing things with them. Yeah. Scrapey, scrapey. Try to make a chisel tip if I can. Kind of. There we go. That might work. Let's see how chisel tip works, if at all. Oh. Kind of a calligraphy type stroke. Got like really dark red down here. Oh, yeah. Can use the corner of it too to get some nice little lines if you want something smaller. Calligraphy tips are versatile in that way, I think. Oh, look at there's some cyan, some nice light blue hiding there amidst all the green. Let's uncover more of that. Some nice, I don't know if they're still called parallel lines if they're curved, but lines that are going along together a little bit. Mm-hmm. So many little dusty shavings. Maybe this little corner over here can tie in the brush stroke, these brush strokey bits a bit. Maybe add some more. Maybe there's like a sense of like fast motion or something. Slightly more chaotic strokes. Interesting. I don't know if I love it, but it's a good experiment. It's good to mix it up every now and then. Cede a little bit of control for the sake of doing something a little bit new. It's worth it. Not everything has to turn out perfect. I think maybe I want to use my chisel tip to come over here and maybe just like uncover this whole corner for contrast's sake. Just like this. Oh yeah, there's some really nice colors over here. Plus it's just satisfying to shave off the paint off this thing. Yeah, I like that. I could do similar things somewhere else, like maybe in the middle here. We could make another section where a bunch is shaved out. Where do we want it? Maybe like this. Here, like this. Maybe like that area. Scrape it away. So satisfying. You know, it'd be, I think half the fun of one of these, you could just get it and just scrape every section of it off. Just totally, just turn it into a colorful card with no lines on it. Well, that's kind of cool with that shape I've got in there. I'm going to try to embrace that a little bit. It's kind of a leaf or an eye shape. Put something in here. Put something right here. Another one here maybe. Maybe carve out this one a little bit. The red is powerful. I like that the red is such a dominant, is covering up so much of the piece, you know. It's such a strong color. Make some bunch of these lines going off the edge of the paper maybe. It's like this, for me this looks like some kind of like sharp, like reminds me of like hair trimmers. I don't know why. Hair clippers, you know what I'm talking about? It's okay if it doesn't make sense to you. It makes sense to me. My hands feel so dirty now. I don't know if it's from the branches or from all the dust coming off of this thing as I carve away at it. There's an interesting shape here. I could accentuate a little bit. This curve going against the other curves. Where's my other? Oh, look at this tiny little branch. I wonder if this is. I bet this is way too brittle. I bet it'll break immediately if I tried. Oh, it's okay. It's working a little bit. Tiny twig. Tiniest of twigs. Put a little circle here, a little circle here. They're kind of like little highlights. What do you think about this little triangle up here? Should we carve all of it away? Could. Let's try that. Oh yeah. That was a good, nice shave right there. Yeah, I like that. And where's my other? I feel like I had another stick with a good point on it. Did I lose that one? Maybe it broke or something. I can't remember. Oh, this one's gonna be bad. This is the rhododendron bush. I feel like the inside of this is like, oh, it's so soft. So soft. Yeah, impossible. Oh, here was my good stylus. When in doubt, outline it. Outline it out. It's almost a good saying. There's got to be a better way to put that so it's a little catchier. When in doubt, line it out. Something like that. And I think maybe carve this stuff away. Here's my chisel tip. I liked the pushing motion with this. I feel like it was like plowing, snow plow motion, or like wood carving almost. Got to be careful not to accidentally scratch it with my fingernails. Okay. Let's clean up some of these curves if we can. Got some rough corners there because we were using some rough twigs, which is fine. Some of it's rough and that's okay. Like I think like this section over here where I use the really rough ends, I'm going to leave it rough just because the contrast, that's the powerful part, the contrast. Nice little bloops over here, little droplet type shapes. Maybe something similar coming up from the bottom. Yeah. What else? I mean, this section up here is asking for something still. Don't know what it's asking for, though. Just cleaning up some of these lines. I mean, I don't know, I could fill this all with more of these lines, but that'll be a lot. I mean, I'm not saying I'm lazy, I'm just not sure it's like worth all that work. You know, it would take a lot of time and patience, and I'm not sure it would look that good. Plus, every single little thing, like if you make one tiny little mistake like I just did, it kind of makes it ruins the whole effect. Is there anything else we can do while we wait for that thought to finish in our minds? This is so messy. And it's not the sticks, I'm deciding. It's the art form itself, the scratch card. So much, look how much dust has come off of it. All this stuff. Some of it is my little wood shavings, but not most of it. We'll put some little dollops on this thing, just a couple, that kind of peter out into dots. Then, I don't know, maybe I should just leave this part kind of empty. So it's not all busy. I'll have these lines also kind of fade out. Like so. It's not bad. This little green scratch up here was there before I got here, okay? It was like that when I got here. I like that. That looks pretty cool. Pretty good work for working with sticks that I got out of the backyard, I think. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. And make sure you like the video and subscribe, okay? And Yeah. Maybe I'll make some more stuff with sticks later. Maybe we can do the same thing soon because I've got one of these which is the same thing except it has black paint on it, and I think underneath is a sparkly rainbow art thing, whatever you call the underlayer, sparkly rainbows, I think. So we can try that later too. All right, goodbye everyone. Thanks for watching. And, don't know. Guess I'm gonna have to get the broom out, the vacuum cleaner. Bye.